For the people who don't know you, could you please introduce yourself? Yeah.
No problem, man. I'm Will Stowe, everyone knows in Hackney's very own. I've been at Nike since 2020, but prior to that, worked loads of retail and in creative agencies as well. I've lived Hackney all my life. I believe Hackney's given me the opportunity to just have an amazing view on creativity, view on people. I've met some amazing people along the journey. They taught me a lot of things in fashion, in the world of trainers, sneakers, crepes, whatever you want to call it, and just generally just how to kind of maneuver in this creative space, man. And I'm still learning to this day. So yeah, man, it's been great.
Love the humility and the last statement. You're still learning today. So
yeah, man.
A lot of people think that people out there like that know everything. So it's really nice hearing you say that now you're still learning. There's still things that you need to
honestly,
learn.
bro, there's things that like people will tell me, or like things that are happening newly, like big up Stockroom podcast guys, big up FD, this kind of stuff, big up Heck in New York as well. There's some great, trust me, there's some great people out here, and there's some older people as well, like Magdi. You got some great guys out there, man. Some great guys out there.
Nice. Well, what's your earliest sneaker memory?
My earliest sneaker memory will have to bounce between a Reebok workout and an Air Max 95. Reebok workout was an easy one. My mum was always going to get me that. It was like an easy £40 shoe at the time or something like that. And like you could get it in black and it would be like for school, or if you was like really sexy with it, you'd get it with the ice blue sole. But that was like, you really had to try and find that one. Do you know what I mean? But Reebok workout, definitely, man. Great shoe. Loved it.
Solid. And when it comes to sneakers, what are your top 5 silhouettes of all time?
Top 5 silhouettes of all time. So let's go for top. Let's go Air Max 95, like classic. Like if you're from Hackney, if you're from London, it has to be. Air Max 90. Sizing can sometimes be tricky in terms of, for me anyway, I got a very flat, wide foot. It's not the most enjoyable thing at times. After that, I would say Air Force One for sure. You know, it was everyone's like, once you started like figuring out how to dress, you're like, okay, cool, I've got to get clean, I've got to get all white Air Force One. Do you know what I mean? You start figuring it out. Trust me, you've got to stay fresh. You have to stay fresh. Once those creases start happening though, you start getting upset. But it's just the name of the game. After Air Force One, I would say, where we going? I say, okay, I'll come into new waters. I'll say AJ13. I really love it, AJ13. I was talking about this yesterday with someone at a party. AJ13 is a brilliant shoe. Lovely leather. Love that they put like a suede on the midsole as well. Brilliant shoe. And obviously, you know, you got the He Got Game movie, absolute classic with Ray Allen as well. And that was one I say like more newly picked up, like that I understood, and I really started to love. Outside of that, there's a shoe called the Spectre Air Cross Spectre or Air Spectre. It was a cross training shoe from way back. My mum and her sister, my aunt, got them for me and my cousin, and we had matching pair. Well, kind of matched when we grew up basically. So he had a blue pair, I had a black pair. I feel like if I find it now, it's probably gonna crumble. So it's one of those ones where you have to just leave it where it was at. Do you know what I mean? You can't try, you can't try to get it now. Yeah, you don't want to touch it. It's definitely gonna crumble. But the Spectre was a sick shoe, epic shoe, absolutely epic shoe. Epic shoe.
Nice.
Right, well,
I love the list.
Your sense of fashion comes across really unique. And growing up, were there people in the fashion scene you looked up to?
I wouldn't say fashion. I'd say my family. You know, my family is a big inspiration, man. Like my uncle used to work on King's Road when he was still in the UK. Very steezy guy. My mum, like you know, Nigerians and Ghanaians are similar. Like you know, don't go outside and let them say that your mum's lost, or you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's very much like even if there's not like loads of great things happening at the time, you have to look smart, you have to look well. You know, say iron your clothes. You don't go outside not ironing your clothes. That's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Represent the family properly.
Yeah, man, you represent the family properly. Otherwise, the neighbors will start talking like, "Could you see how this person someone outside?" That kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But definitely that flair and just kind of wanting to kind of like look a little bit different or like put things together in an interesting way definitely came from my family. Then my cousins, you know, my big cousin Sean, he was like a big inspiration. He was like the guy that was like really good in football, started going to the gym. He was always wearing TNs, like, so I always wanted to kind of like look at him. He had Avex jackets from early. Then his sister Francesca, like, she was really like getting me into my. This is around the time when Jay-Z was wearing like the tweed jackets and New Era hats and the flipping shirts as well. So I was kind of like in between. The followers. I was kind of in between there. Kanye era as well. So it was a lot of different inspirations, but definitely from my family first, and then people around me. As I grew older, I'd say someone who I'd say I can definitely attribute like really started to understand style is someone called Nicholas Walter. I used to work with him, but he's like my big bro.
Nice. The moment that you found out that you got the Nike job, how would you describe that? How was that for you?
Man, it felt like a win for my area, bro. Like, I called all of my friends. I was like, yo, we're here. Literally, yeah, it felt like a win for my area. It was a really special moment, man. Because I feel like it's a lot of us have, like, you know, had seen maybe success in different ways, and like we were starting to hit things that we'd always wanted to do as kids, if that makes sense. Like, so you know, you have your own party, or somebody's getting signed to a label, or people are now at football teams, or you have your own business and you're able to, like, you know, employ people and all that kind of stuff. And then working at Nike just sounded like, who knows anyone that works at Nike? Do you know what I mean? And it was something that I was trying to do before as well, that I was just like, oh, this is long, man, it's not happening. But when it happened, man, I can't lie, it was a very emotional moment. It was definitely a great time. Like, and I think I felt the love of people because I tweeted it, and I didn't realize how much people, you know, people always say people are watching your journey to kind of see what you're doing. Like, and it was the same thing. It's like, yo, man, happy to see you get here, man. You've been like on this ground for a long time. You've always loved trainers, like, do you know what I mean? So it was really great to kind of see that, and I loved like the support of the people. Like, it was really, really nice, man. I can't lie to you.
Nice. I love that. And when you look at yourself and the growth that you have made, I'll take the Sneakers Live for instance. You were the first host. You and Lucian were the godfathers of
Big up
Sneakers
Lucian,
Live.
man. Lucian's my guy.
Big up. You guys held us down in lockdown. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking forward to the lives every time. So, looking at the lives now and what it has become now, how do you feel?
It's great, man. It's nice to like kind of see something that, you know, I'd say Lucian kicked off the first ones internally. No one like saw those, obviously, but it was great to be put on something that was totally new to Nike, and you obviously live stream existed before that as well. But it's nice to see the beginning of a journey and then kind of see it flourish even when you're not in front of the camera. So I'm still on it, still working on it, but it's incredible, man, and to see where it's still going to go, because I feel like we're still in the birthing stages of it. Like, we still have loads of things that we want to perfect and get right. We definitely still need to grow. But it's amazing, man. I mean, hopefully one day we can come to Ghana and do a stream out there.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. We're looking forward to that. That's amazing.
That'd be sick if we get to do that.
Yeah. It'll be massive, you know, because there are lots of sneakerheads in Ghana who, like, I think it will be great for Nike to go out there and see how much they are appreciated there. So,
it'd be incredible. I will say this, in December, you bring out your best clothes because nobody's playing with you. Nobody's playing with you in Ghana. Nobody's playing with you.
Definitely.
Nobody's playing with you in Ghana in December. It's not a joke.
You can't tell the difference between the locals and the people who are coming from the
Yeah. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Well,
really not. Yes, bro.
Well, with that being said, you know, you've been in Nigeria, you've been in Ghana. Would you say
I have a confession to make? I haven't been back to Nigeria since I was 1, and I need to go back this year. And I'm now 33. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. My dad is onto me big time. But yeah, I need to go back so far. Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, your question, bro.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, do you think there is a sneaker buzz? Okay, let's say Ghana. Do you feel like there's a sneaker scene in Ghana?
No, you know, for sure. But then also it's tied to streetwear and like creativity. So like, you know, I see the Free the Youth guys. I saw what was happening with the skate park as well. Hopefully something gets figured out there. But yeah, there definitely is. And I guess it's all encompassing of like, you know, wanting to kind of grow something, you know. It's very grassroots, which I think is like the great stage for a lot of things to be at. Like, at grassroots, people are feeling energized. There isn't a lot of expectation at the same time as well. They're just doing it for the love of it.
True. Will, if you were to describe a sneakerhead or a sneaker enthusiast, what would that be in your own words?
That's an interesting one. I'd say it starts from passion, you know. I think definitely passion has to be there for sure, because at the end of the day, a lot of us are just geeks about this stuff, you know, and that comes from a place of like, you love what you see, you love the shoes, you love the smell of it, and you want to know more, you know. And then obviously the other side of it is the addiction, of course, which is like collecting everything as well. But I think, but I'd say the passion, but then also like me and other people who are like-minded and like, oh snap, I get what you get, you get what I get, and you understand me, and then you want to speak with those people more, and then you meet them, and then it's like another thing entirely, you know. And I feel like that's where the community aspect comes in.
If you could go back in time to advise young Will, what would that one advice be?
Man, I'd say it's because there was a period when I was working retail heavy. Like there was a year, I think it was like 2018. I was working literally 3 jobs. So it was like 2 retail jobs and 1 creative agency job. And at that point, I was tired, man. Let me not lie, I was really tired. Like I was tired physically and I was tired mentally. It was like,
imagine,
what is this going to change? So I guess patience was one of the things that I wish I knew more, because I think at some points I started like, you'll see things happening for other people, and it's this you have to be very careful of not hating, you know, when things are not going the way that you want it to be. So it's like, it's important to look at your path and know that this is happening for you. What's happening for them is great, but that's not your story, you know? So I think it's very important to kind of stay with the eyes on whatever you set out to achieve. So keep your eyes on the prize, but then staying patient is the most important thing, man, because if you start comparing yourself to other people, start thinking, why is it happening for that person, not happening for me? You become very angry at like the place that you're in. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? You start getting angry, start having resentment.
Fair. Now that's a good advice. And if you had to remember your most, I would say the best moment as a sneakerhead, what would that moment be?
Man, easily. So I met Tinker twice in the same year. And the first time was internally. It was like just a in-house internal employee thing, and I didn't know really what to expect, you know. But like, you know, at the time I'd met a few high-profile people, but he was like, that was like next level, because it's like, you're a celebrity, but you're also an innovator, you're a creator, like you're a godfather in this thing. So I guess like there was a period like where before an EE like kind of live stream, I'd still have nerves. And you wouldn't, sometimes you'd know it, sometimes you wouldn't. But that moment, it was like I was quite deep into like, you know, interviewing people, and I was quite nervous at the start. So it was like met his lovely team, and we just got on. It was like talking to like your old like friend that you haven't seen in a long time. You know, it was crazy. He was full of knowledge. He was full of like just real conversation. He gave great advice as well. He gave honest advice about things that he should have done better as well. But meeting Tinker was great. And the second time with Clint, that was just like, it was like watching something historic happen, you know, like 2 different ages, 2 different worlds, like, but they had so much in common. So yeah, I'd say Tinker was like top tier moment, man. Big moment.
Nah, I love that for you, bro. Love that for you. Hope you got that autograph.
Man, because I got some of your questions here, bro. One of your questions was one of my most sentimental pairs, and like this was when I met him the first time, so I got him to sign the BWs.
Yeah.
But I definitely say the BW is one of my sentimental pairs because it's the year I was born, but also you had another black designer on this as well, Wilson Smith, who's an absolute legend. I actually got to see him in the flesh when I went to WHQ recently, but things were happening so quick, and maybe I was a bit starstruck. I couldn't even open my mouth, to be fair. So, but yeah, this is definitely a sentimental pair. Yeah, signed by Tinker. Great pair.
Are these in a special case, or do you wear them sometimes?
Do you know what's funny? Actually, I went back to so I actually had to go to my storage and go pick these out. Yeah, and I was like, should I be wearing this? Should I not be wearing them? It's a year. Yeah, it's Persian Violet, so it's like you're gonna want to wear these. Like classic shoe, but it's signed, and I'm like, is it gonna rub off if I start wearing it? It's like, because I can't be like, hey man, can you send it again? It's like that. I haven't got my speed down like that. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't wear it if I were you. I wouldn't wear it if I were you.
Yeah, someone just asked a question. Yeah, it's the same pair. Yeah, it's the same pair that's on display.
Yeah,
on the set, definitely the same pair.
Lovely. And what's the craziest thing you've ever done for a pair of shoes? Like your craziest sneaker story?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, I'm not one of those guys. I know everyone has those crazy stories. I mean, I've seen crazy things, and I'd say one of the things that I saw that allowed me to realize how crazy the sneaker industry is in terms of like how dedicated people are. It was I don't know if you guys, how well you guys know London. It was when the 1948 Lab store was still open. I can't remember the year it was, but it was the first year the first pair of Yeezys dropped, and there was a guy in the queue. I didn't quite understand what he was doing at the time, because he was just moving up and down, but he had his stuff set there. But the release wasn't released for another 3 days. But he came all the way from Manchester, and I was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, this is crazy." But at the same time, I was like, "I respect it." Yeah, he was there 3 days in advance. Like, he was there 3 days in advance.
Crazy.
But I can't lie. I like sleeping comfortably. I like to wash as well. Like, if I miss something, I'll just get something else. That's just the way I see it. You know, I'll do my best not to pay kind of any resale. But like, if I miss something, it just means, okay, cool. Find something different, like look around, there's loads of options. Yeah, on to the next one, you know? Yeah, but I don't have any crazy sneaker stories like that, unfortunately. I won't even lie to you. I wish I could say I slept in a car or something like that. But I haven't done it, man. I love trying to get sleep. I love trying to get comfortable sleep.
All right, so how about this? What's that one massive misconception people have about working with Nike?
Is it a massive misconception? I guess maybe that you have to like, you know, like maybe
you get all the free pairs or something.
Yeah, maybe one of those actually. Yeah, I think it's probably it's probably that, or that I don't have my own opinion anymore. You know, someone I spoke on something in the comment section, because I like to like mess around in comment sections here and there. Yeah. But I think people think that you don't have your own, like, you know, autonomy to say. Yeah, obviously I can't say crazy things, of course, because I want to keep my job, of course. But if I don't like something and it's not my flavor, I could say that's not for me, that's for somebody else. Like, I'm allowed to say that, you know. But I think that's a common misconception. But yeah, also I think there's a belief that, you know, I'll receive every single shoe. You know, I'm not LeBron James. Only LeBron James gets that. Only LeBron James. Okay,
talking about the shoes you don't like, what's that one silhouette that we would most likely never see Will in?
I'm not gonna lie. I will probably never wear 270. You'll probably never see me in a 270.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Even the Travis one, I wouldn't wear it.
Why is that? I was literally about to ask.
I wouldn't even wear the Travis one. It's not for me, man. It's like, I've got a younger brother. And it's just, I hate to put ages to things, but it just reminds me of a certain age group. They're usually on bikes. They usually got tech fees. They might take your phone as well. But yeah, but that's like the age group. It puts my mind.
Are you sure someone hasn't done something to you wearing 270s?
Oh man,
you haven't had a bad experience.
PTSD.
But no, to be fair, it's a sick shoe for that age group. Like, if I was still 15, I'd probably have a tech piece, and I'd probably have like a puffer jacket on as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you mean.
But yeah, 270 is not for me, man. It's not for me.
I get what you mean. Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on fakes?
Don't touch them. Don't talk about them. that's my motto. Don't touch them. Don't talk about them.
Good.
Don't touch them. Don't talk about them. But each to their own, man, I guess.
Fair. Solid.
Well, what are the main things you look in when you're buying sneakers? Is it material? Is it a story?
I love a good story. I could be like sold on a great story. You know, if you tell me something about a shoe that I didn't know before, if there's like some kind of innovation to it. Like recently, a mate of mine was asking about the AlphaFly 3s, and there's a running shoe. I've got I'm like, what, 113 kilograms? Like, I'm not trying to run anymore. Like, I did a little bit of that before. I'm not trying to run, man. Like, running is long, but it's healthy, though. But I'm going to have to get back into it if I want to cut weight, to be fair. But he runs loads. He does all kinds of different exercises or whatever. And then he picked them up, and I was with him. And I saw them in hand, and I was like, this is actually an amazing shoe. And it's got that big carbon plate as well in the middle too. I feel like they've made the shoe a bit wider, because usually running shoes at that level are quite narrow, but they've actually widened it out as well. But then also just like how much, because I know there's like what do you call these shoes? A super shoe. There's like a little bit of a bounce in it as well. And when you're talking to people who run, they're like, yo, it does actually give you a little bit of a, you know, a propel boost forward kind of thing. Yeah, it gives you a bit of a boost. So yeah, I definitely say like a story in there for sure. But I'm definitely a sucker for materials. Like, I love a lot of bright colors, like vibrancy as well. Nubuck, like hairy suedes, like always ones to go to, man. Always.
Love that. And if you could collaborate with Nike on a shoe, what shoe would it be?
95 all day. 95 all day. It's just, it's hard though, because it's like, there's been so many amazing colors done already.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you go with it, you know? And there's like so many amazing collaborators as well. Like, where do you go with it? Like recently, the that ATL 405 pair, that was sick.
The
That
Phoenix,
was incredible.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that was
Well,
incredible.
I heard it was sitting in America.
That
It was sitting.
I'd hope it wasn't, man, because I'd be so upset, man. I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't. But I saw some of the activations that, like, you know, the team in North America did. Big up Malachi, did some amazing stuff with like some great talent out there. And I believe Kari, a guy called Sneaker Fetish on here, he did like a really good.
He did a good review.
Yeah, he did a great review. He told that story really, really well. But the colors on there are amazing, man. Amazing. Really, really amazing. Really, really amazing.
True.
Yeah.
True. Well, what's that one advice you give to a young and upcoming sneakerhead, someone who's just getting into sneakers?
I spoke to Prozek the other day actually, and he asked me a similar question. I say like, I'm 33, so I'm not that old, but like, you know, I grew up around the internet as well. But I'd say the noise now is probably more than before. So I guess it's hard for you to kind of like. Magdi said, "Don't do it." I say there's a lot of noise out there right now, so it's hard to kind of like find your own path. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about it before, but like try and find time to step away from the noise. Try and find time to step away from other people's opinions, and try and find solace in being alone and being okay with what you want to do. Make sure this is actually what you want to do as well. You don't always have to make it make money as well. I feel like there's a common misconception of like, you know, I'm a sneakerhead, I have to be a content creator. You can literally just do what you do for the love of it, you know, and just like kind of meet people along the way. You might want to be a tech person. You might want to be a doctor, like, you know, you might want to start a business in something completely different to this. But I think there's like a common misconception of like, if I'm a sneaker collector, I have to be a content creator. And if I'm a content creator, I have to like get my numbers up and all this kind of stuff, whatever. You can just love this stuff and post, man. Like, go outside and just do that, you know. You don't have to go this path, you know. But if you do, like, again, more power to you, man. But again, you'd have to like really turn off the noise and like figure out how you want to set yourself aside and really find the fun in it as well. But then also do exactly what you love to do.
I love that. Love that advice. Love that. Smalls.
No, you take next.
Okay. And what's that one shoe that you're looking forward to the most this year?
An antique restorer. Sorry, I just read the comments. One show I'm looking forward to this year, we saw last year, and big up my team for this. Like, I'm really, really proud of the work that they've done on this one. Sneaker showcase with Jinx. It was incredible. One of the shoes, or two of the shoes on there that I saw was the ATG Rufus. Really, really amazing shoe, and it's like, feels like it's more of a like a shoe rather than a sneaker, like what I'd actually wear on like more smarter clothing. And then the other one, I guess, I don't know if you don't like this shoe, we have to have a conversation as to why. I don't know, but like the Thunder Max, man, like there's some amazing colors coming of those, man. The Thunder Maxes are great. Oh, you guys up for the Thunder Maxes? That's interesting. You don't for the Thunder Maxes, no?
Nah, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Really? That's interesting. So like, I grew up in Hackney, so two shoes that had zips on the upper that everyone really, really loved, and it was like quite rare to kind of get were the Air Max 95s with the zips on it, and then also the Thunder Maxes as well. But it's funny because a lot of those boys that had them, they didn't even realize what they had. So like when I showed them, I'm like, yo, this is coming back. They was like, I had those back in the day, but I don't even remember the name. But they were like really, really rocking them, and they were sick. But it's a slick shoe, man, and it's like great colorways as well. Like, talk to me. What is it? Is it like is it
for
the
me?
laces?
I think the laces being hidden and the fact that I can't style them. I don't see myself styling. I don't know how I can style that.
Bro. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much. You can do it, bro. You're thinking too much.
Because of you, I'm gonna get one this year, and
Trust me, man. Do it, bro.
And I'll send you an on foot.
Please, Smalls as well, man. I'm looking for you to style these as well, bro.
Definitely, man. Anyway, can you tell us your top 5 sneakers that have released, or you think that have released this far, like this year so far?
Top 5. Oh, that is hard to remember, man. I like those Drake Hot Step Terrace new ones.
Hot Step,
Those are really, really strong. Yeah, the orange ones are strong. I'll even add in the what's the name? The one before that, there was a white pair and there's a black and white pair as well. I know a lot of people weren't really feeling them, but I really like them. Magdi knows the name of them. I know he's going to tell me. There's also some canvas Air Force Ones as well that are currently on the sneakers app as well. Amazing. There's some like off-white colorways. Really, really great. It was great to see the. I know a lot of people are going to say dunks are over, but if you love dunks and you love dunks, the Brazil colorway dunks, those are strong. Really strong pair.
Yeah.
What else was there? The Airship Awakes. That was a nice colorway.
Yes.
I love the video that they did with it. It was extremely New York. Extremely New York. Very. Yeah, there we go. He's got it on there. He's got it right there. Those are strong. What else was there? Oh, these MX95, MX90 Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
The infrareds there. These were great. A little bit dirty, but you know, it rains every day in London, so you know you have to be ready. Yeah. And it's a classic as well. These were sick. What else have I picked up this year? I can't even remember the rest of it. There's so much. Was that this year? I was just looking at a pair up there. The no, that was last year. ACW was last year. I can't even remember the rest, to be fair. But yeah, those three so far, I'd say. Oh, no, tell a lie. The MX DNs. The DNs, what am I talking about?
DNs.
Yeah. DNs are cold. The DNs are cold. The DNs are cold. I'd like... Go on.
What do you think of the Book Ones?
Book One is a solid shoe because it doesn't actually look like a basketball shoe. It looks very comfortable as well. And also, again, it's... the list. I can't get those, bro, so that doesn't count. Unless you're going to send me a pair. Wink, wink. So... The Book One is sick. Again, I love the story that they had, and they had Wilson in there as well. It was incredible, really incredible. But yeah, Book Ones are strong. Book Ones are really strong.
Which company would you say, or which collaborator with Nike would you say is your favorite of all time?
It's funny. I knew you were going to ask this question. I would say of all time, it might have to go to Pata. Of all time, it might have to go to Pata because they have so many wins in terms of like reinventing how we look at materials of Air Maxes, how we see the upper, like with the wave as well. That was absolutely incredible. I saw but yeah, I say Pata for sure. And then obviously now I saw that they posted with the running situation as well, but I'd say they're probably like one of the best out here, man. 100%.
Love that. Well, I know we have only 45 minutes for with you, and with the last 10 minutes, I want us to jump into the next segment and talk about the shoes in your collection. So we start off with the first question, which is like your favorite collab sneaker of all time.
All right, so this is a really difficult one, man. But what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna cheat the question, because I feel like if you ask me tomorrow, I might say something different. Again, I think I said something. I think I said to Prozek, it was the Air Max 95 Para because that colorway was incredible, really strong. Yeah. But at this current time, in April, it's a new one, but I feel like he deserves some credit for it, and it's the blue ACW. Air Max Plus, just a great colorway, and then obviously the shoe's supposed to be beaten, so you get to see another layer underneath. But yeah, I thought like this was like great execution on already what is a great shoe. So like it's hard to like do something classic in my opinion, and doing something really simple like changing the colorway is always something really simple and great, man. Yeah, true. Big up, Sam.
I love that. I think this is actually the best color out of the
100%, without a doubt. So yeah, I wouldn't say of all time. Right now, this month collab shoe for me right now, my collection.
Yo, my among on now.
So we have to. He'll be back.
Yeah.
There we go. You're back.
I'm back. Yeah, brother. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. But you still got the filter on, bro. You conjured some makeup, bro.
Okay, cool. I saw that you guys were looking too good, so I have to get some makeup on.
Well, what's the oldest sneaker in your collection?
So, again, pro answer this question as well, and I can send you the pictures because I still have them on my Instagram if you scroll all the way down. But I'd say it would have been the Air Max 1 Lumberjack pack. And I believe I bought that off of Crooked Tongues when I just started like making my own proper money, I'd say. But yeah, I definitely didn't have enough space to collect sneakers like that. So once I bought them, I kind of had to like let them go and kind of switch the rotation. But I'd say the Air Max 1 Lumberjack pack, Probably one of my favorite Air Max 1s and probably my oldest pairs at the time. Right now, though, I would say it's probably between the Huarache Lights. This is like from 2014, maybe, I believe. Really comfy shoe. Then outside of that, another one that I would have is the woven boot, but this is more like a 16, 17 shoe. But yeah. But Huarache Lights, definitely. I would love to have Huarache Light Burst, but again, those air units on those pairs right now, I don't think you could wear them and probably not have a crumble. It's a bit of a dicey game, that one.
True.
That's it.
Well, the first day of school, what sneaker are you rocking?
It's got to be you probably get in trouble for both options, I'm going to say. It'll be a total 90 or it's going to be a Reebok workout. But you're supposed to only wear kickers and stuff like that, really. But it's going to be a total 90 or it's going to be a Reebok workout for sure.
Is it the red pair? The
Rooney pair. Yeah, the Rooney pair for sure. For sure. The Rooney pair for sure.
Solid.
The Rooney pair for sure. Yeah.
Solid.
Rooney pair for sure.
We go on to the next one, which is like the best movie or comic character inspired shoes in your collections.
This one isn't an official one, but it's one of my favorite movies as well. And it's these LeBron 16s. They're the Buzz Lightyear colorway. They're from like 2019, but it's not an official Toy Story collab. But to me, one of the best Pixar films and one of the best like kind of cartoony films ever is Toy Story. And Buzz Lightyear is the greatest character of all time. I don't want to hear anybody argue with that. Greatest character of all time. Buzz Lightyear is the greatest of all time.
Solid. And what's the most complimented sneaker in your collection?
Most complimented sneaker in my collection / most head turns maybe would be
head turning. Yep.
I'd say the Cactus Plant Flea 2s for sure. These are insane.
Head turner for the right reasons or the wrong reasons?
I mean, I think I had someone almost walk into a lamppost recently, and I don't think it was a compliment, to be fair, but I like it. I like it. I love it. What other one would I say? You know what? Another one that I started wearing again properly recently was the Ramsey Supremes. Yeah. These are like really subtly quite a nice. Well, not subtle, but like these are quite a nice shoe.
Yeah.
Great with hip hop history there as well. But yeah, these are quite complimented whenever I wear them. But more recent, to be fair. Was this year as well? I feel like the year's going by so fast. Was this year?
It was late last year.
Yeah, it was late last year. But yeah, I'd say the Cactus is the one that gets everyone turning their heads.
I wouldn't be surprised. But you know what? Do you think that, I don't know which one came first or who jacked who, but there are some Balenciagas that have that similar look?
Oh, I mean, those are dicey questions. I don't know if I can get involved in that. Those are dicey questions.
No, you can't get into that. I understand. But
those are dicey questions.
It just reminds me, like they look kind of similar.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean for sure.
Yeah, cool.
So there's a question there. Someone said, how do I know it's a good purchase? You know what? I feel like if you pull out a shoe, maybe 5 years from now, if the quality is still there, definitely. If you feels the same about them as well, it's a great shoe. So I think if it's gone past the release moment and you're still able to wear it like it's your everyday shoe, I think that's a great purchase.
If you could rank these points in order when you're picking up a shoe, so it's gonna be story, price, and looks. Which one comes first?
Story first, for sure, because that's how I even get to notice the shoe. Or not notice the shoe, but be enticed to buy the shoe. Price is very important, actually. So let me put that first, because if I have no money, there's no shoe. So price is first. Price is first. Storytelling, then look after. Yeah.
Solid.
Solid. What's your favorite GR? My favorite GR?
Yeah. Oh, my favorite GR. Let me pull this out, actually. This was slept on in 2020, and it was the first time it was retroed in a long time. It's Tailwinds. I love these, and they're very, very comfortable. But yeah, these are one of my favorite GRs, to be honest with you. And I probably should go back for the USA color and that newer grey color that they had as well. Really, really brilliant shoe. Couldn't go wrong with a Tailwind, man. Absolutely epic. I know Skepta done his thing, but I mean, this one here, special. Very, very special.
I remember that Skepta live. Oh my god, it was
that was funny, man. That was funny. There was a lot going on in that shoe. There was a lot going on in that
I think
shoe.
that was one of the best sneakers lives of all time, bro.
Nah, it was quite funny. Never gonna lie, it
Was
was
it?
quite funny. Yeah, it was really really funny. I think it got very very boysy when we was like going at each other. I think
Yeah.
our team at one point thought it was serious. I was like, no, that's just how we speak to each other, guys. It's just a boy. It's just a London boy thing. It's a London boy thing.
Nice. Well, do you know what? We wanted to ask a few more questions, but it's just 3 minutes more before you go, and I want to just use this opportunity to wrap up and to ask you, if you could say like anything to the people watching this, what would it be?
Thank you everyone. Firstly for joining into this. I think I would say sneaker industry is definitely growing bigger, but then also there's like different pockets of communities. Like definitely support people like Raf and Smalls. You know, this for things like this go a long way. Definitely like gathering together, whatever people are doing, support it, man. Like put your hands together, put your money together. Definitely get behind real ones, you know, because it's important right now. And I feel like there is opportunity to always do something new. Like definitely always opportunity to do something new. So yeah, get behind your people, man.
Love
Right.
that. Well,
Well, would you say this is a part one then?
I'll say part one, yeah, part one. We gotta go again. We gotta
So
go
we got
again.
part two.
lovely,
Let's
Yeah, we gotta go again.
lovely.
We gotta go again.
Sorry, I had to
Lovely.
I had to ask.
We gotta go again.
Right.
We gotta go again for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
man.
Will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
appreciate you
so much for everything that you do for the community, that you're still doing for the community, and all your work that you're doing in Nike, bro. We appreciate you so much.
No, I
And
appreciate
honestly,
you guys,
we
man.
can't wait to have you on again.
Listen, if I'm in Accra, in December, we link up for sure. 100%.
Definitely. You know, we can actually even link up sometime together, all three of us in London.
Yeah, cool.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Make
Lovely.
it special.
Lovely.
So wait,
Will,
is Accra like definitely happening for you this December?
I'm gonna let you guys know. Like, let's say October. I'll let you guys know.
Don't worry.
In October.
We watch your
And
story.
if our plans for December actually materializes too, we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted on that as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let me know all the sneaker things that are happening, man.
Definitely, bro.
Definitely.
Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, bro. And
I appreciate you guys,
so much.
man. Thank you so much.
Love.
Peace.
Love.
Peace. Smalls is paying for my ticket.
Mike, we'll talk. I love Will. Thanks, everyone.
Yo. Bye.